Hey, so here we are. It's me, your hirstute host, Sam Tallent, and I'm in Dublin with one of my old buddies over here.
Nathan Lund.
Yes, Lund and me are over here. And
Man, can you believe Ireland?
it's crazy, right, Lund?
It's the best.
Yeah. You're really coming alive over here.
Yeah.
You're letting your beard grow out.
I know.
Yeah.
I was tired of. Well, if I'm being honest, before I didn't like the way I looked, but now I do.
I understand, man.
Yeah.
You looked terrible before.
Yeah, I suck.
You were 5'10", about 420, and now you look great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna give you some confessions.
Sure.
You know, I Nathan Lund through
Please,
this whole
Nathan.
podcast.
Yeah, no, please. So me and Lund are over
I
here.
can eat solid food and still breastfeed.
You know how, as we know about your mom, she has MS. So
my
that must be tough for her.
my dear mother's MS. Much sucking.
That's why your back's all bent.
Yeah, yeah.
You were latching so hard.
Oh, yeah. Hey.
Classic Lund.
They say the water of life is here in the green Emerald Isle.
Oh yeah. No, it's coming out of
My lovely
Margaret
mother,
Lund. What's
Margie
your mom's
Lund.
name? Margie. Yeah.
In Ireland, she's Margie.
Yeah, and your mom's from here.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I've known you for about 15 years. You never told me that, Lund.
Yeah, well, I don't have to tell you everything, Sam. What do I know about your mom?
She's dead.
Oh, yeah.
that's pretty much the
You're and
story.
Shane Torres' mom are dead.
Yeah, but he won't shut up about it. It's like, get over it, Shane.
Yeah,
All
he's
right?
a fucking... Well, if he was here, he'd probably be drinking himself to death or broken his sobriety.
God, yeah. I mean, luckily you're sober, Lund.
Yeah,
But that's
as
Shane
sober
Torres.
as they come.
He's never shied away
Do you remember
from
when
a
we went
bit
to
of a
the... Do you remember when we went to the steakhouse in New York? You, Shane Torres, David, and myself?
Yes, of course, Lund.
Yeah, and I had like 5 cherry Cokes.
There's Dr. Peppers.
It was Dr.
Dr.
Pepper.
Peppers.
and a $200 steak to wash them down.
It was 5 Dr. Peppers with a side of steak.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, that was fun to see just how much Dr. Pepper a man can enjoy when no one's watching.
Yeah.
But we were all watching.
Oh my God. That was maybe the funniest thing ever was when you asked, "Hey, can we just add 4 people to our reservation?"
Oh, my God.
What was the why can't I remember the steakhouse right now?
It's not Smith and Linsky?
No,
That's a
it's
chain restaurant.
No,
The famous one.
Yeah.
Where it was literally men only until like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And now it's
Tommy,
like chicks
no.
allowed, but wear
Yeah,
something
it's a name.
tight.
It's a name too. Like it's like a person's name too. It's not.
Yeah, isn't it like
It's German.
Elon's?
It's a kraut house.
Yes. They are loyal to the Kaiser still.
Yeah. Because they had the schlag.
Gourmets?
Culver.
Glomptons? Am I helping? It's the famous
Come on down to Glompton.
Yeah, get in here. We got Schlag. The Dr. Pepper's half off after 5. Yeah, we walked in, dude. It was me. Well, this is Shane Torres. I love the bit. But
I wanted
feel
to see how long we were.
I bet it's easier for us to just create naturally.
Me trying to not blow the bit by like breaking the fourth wall would be.
Yeah, you doing the geometry on whose name to say is going to grow
It's already
taxing.
getting confusing just talking about a dinner reservation.
Yeah. But yeah, we walk in, dude, and I had a reservation for 4 as requested by David Bory, and it was for the 4 of us. And then I walked in, a very stern German woman. I was like, who's going to go tell her that we have 4 more people here? And everyone was like, you, of course. So I, being the hero and the leader that you guys all admire, I walk up there.
Well,
Well, good leader doesn't achieve
I
his
don't know. I was
goals.
gonna be like hero, no, leader, no.
Well, I meant hero with a G-Y-R-O. You know, the thing you eat when
You
you're...
should have that at the steakhouse. It would go perfect with my Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, Lund could have dipped it into his DP. No chewing.
What? It's like doing Frosties and fries.
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah.
But yeah, I had to walk up there and be told no. Well, not because of the issues. It was like Claire O'Kane, it was Stephen Fine Arts, it was the other guy. I don't remember his name. Great guy.
Zach Pugh.
And I was like, okay, so the 4 of us are already 6 people. You know, me,
there's
you,
a lot
Bory,
of,
Lund.
All we're missing is a center.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Not even a center. We just need like a one that can pass well, you know,
Yeah.
a hustle one, and then
Yeah.
we'll just like occupy the baseboards. We just clog the lane and get 3-point violations.
We get it done.
No one leaves the ground.
We'd be no 90s Cowboys, but we would.
No. We would be the 90s Cleveland Cavaliers. It would just be 5 Bill Lambiers in there, just elbowing and spitting and saying "sir" when they talk to the referee.
Being called gym rats.
Yeah. A lot of hustle plays.
Yeah.
Not athletic, but savvy.
Yeah,
Bunch of
yeah.
smart players.
Yeah.
And David.
That's one of my favorite Burr bits when he goes, "Why is something done?" Like the argument made of when a black athlete does something versus a white athlete. You know that bit of his.
Yeah.
Once you go, you gotta. So Lenny goes, "You read a defense." No matter what color you are, intelligent move.
Yeah.
But if you jump over 9 guys from the 3-point line, no one's like, why didn't I think of that?
What an innovator. Well, I'm asking for probably almost close to a ton of man to be seated at one of their small tables that were built for oil barons and stuff.
Yeah, like slight men of the Plainview build.
Exactly. Yes, ascotted people.
Yeah.
And then so she was like, of course not. So I had to come back and tell Claire to beat it.
Well, what she came back and said was, "You would have thought I asked him to make the moon closer."
Well, yeah. I saw her run like the beautiful mind math in her head, and it just came up error. Yeah. It was not a lot of ones; it was a bunch of zeros.
Yeah. Shaped like us.
Well, that was the humorous intent. And then we sat down and we had the meal of our lifetime, and I didn't miss anyone else.
No, I didn't either. It was a really, really good meal.
I love and it's
why I've eaten there like 5 times and I can't think of the name of the fucking steakhouse. It's killing me, and I don't want to look at my phone.
Don't look at your phone.
Gallagher's, no.
Gallagher 2s?
Black Gallagher's. Black Angus Gallagher.
Well, there's a joke there with the watermelon and the Black Gallagher.
Yeah.
But we don't do that kind of stuff on this podcast now that we're monetized. But imagine if we still did.
You're monetized now, huh?
Yeah.
Way to go.
Yeah, Soros just pumping the cash in.
Yeah.
We're
Thanks,
trying.
George.
We're part of an active effort to mobilize and disenfranchise even further the marginalized whites of America.
Well, you're in the right place of America. Well, I guess they all are of Irish descent.
Dude, yeah, the fucking round pink faces that come to the shows. Yeah.
It's very like it's Ariel and I were talking.
Ariel Elias.
Yeah. She's here for the festival too.
Yes, and not on the pod because this is still boys only.
Thank God.
Yeah, we don't have 3 mics, or she could have sat here on both of our knees.
I don't think they let them vote over here or pod. So.
No, but they let them get abortions. I know.
What's happening to this country?
I don't know. I think the Queen should just say goodbye forever.
We were talking about the disparity of good looks between the beautiful Irish and the more humble-looking creatures.
Yeah, the ground types, the rock chewers.
Fucking Don Herrera had a bit he used to do. If you go to Ireland, man, you meet the loveliest creatures on God's green earth. But you go out to the beach and you see these battered old sea hags. So they're just calling them ugly women. It's not even a joke.
No, yeah, it's just they're bog witches.
Yeah. But
they're cauldron tamers.
Cauldron.
Yeah. Well, it is crazy
and
because
it's the disparity between the guys is like fucking grand, dude.
Well, I think that Ireland was founded by the Vikings, right? Or didn't they come here and steal all the women and then come back with the babes?
I don't know how it worked.
There's been like selective breeding here forever.
Yeah.
And the men still are just,
The ladies are still doing it.
Oh, God. The ladies have
I'm not
huge
having any
ones.
sex over here.
Well, you should be having sex, specifically with one person who was at one of the shows, who might have been the most beautiful woman I've seen in a long time.
I couldn't tell. I was kind of... Well,
it was Uncanny Valley.
We'll leave her anonymous.
I don't know her name.
Yeah, okay.
I don't even know if she had a face.
There's like 4 Irish girls' names.
Yeah. There's Sarvin and Guarmbus.
Mitra, which means like hollow boat.
Seaworthy vessel.
Yeah.
Did you meet that woman last night wearing like the onesie without a bra?
No.
She was very cool. She had red hair. She had cool glasses. But her name was literally like Brogham.
Yeah.
Did you meet Brogham?
I've not met Brogham.
Oh, dude, you'll meet Brogham. Yeah. She was very funny.
I've been trying to be Brogham all week.
Bro, you need to go raw Brogham.
awesome name.
You know what? I was like, excuse me? And she's like, it's Irish. And I was like, no shit. But did you say Brogham? And she went, oi. And I was like, okay. But
Let me give you a kiss on the cheek.
Oh, yeah. She was, but anyway, the names here are ridiculous. And
some of them are very beautiful,
Sean.
and then some of them you're like, I'm sorry, your name is Garode.
Can we get one vowel in your name? Can you quit using Y's?
I just like, or it sounds, why does your name sound like diarrhea hitting a dry toilet?
No water in there.
Just a flat plomp.
The Irish are fun, man.
They're a blast.
They're neck and neck with the Australians for funnest non-Americans. I'm really charmed by them.
I mean, obviously, I have some heritage over here, so it's a little easier for me to like be favorable to them.
I'm going to tell you this: it's not so obvious. All right, yeah, your swarthy skin and your piercing eyes and this like shipwreck beard that you have does not scream. My mom's from Ireland. I'm just going to tell you, bro.
But that girl was so like she was talking to me for so long that I was like, this is a joke, right? Like she was so beautiful.
Are you Jamie Kennedy's sister?
Yeah.
Am I getting X'd?
No. But I couldn't believe it. I was like,
no.
But did it seem like she was interested in me? Like I kind of, or she was just being a nice Irish girl and talking to me. You know what I mean? Like
they are very nice.
Yeah.
And they're all very approachable.
Yeah.
And they do love to get kind of close. They're close-speaking people.
Yeah. It's because everything is done in whispers here.
And they're very cold, too. So they just want your warmth. Yeah, that is true. They will come up and they'll get you right here.
Yeah, and you're like, my God.
Whoa, hey.
I fucking got it over here.
Yeah.
Someone's looking for a green card.
She can tell I'm Irish. But yeah, she was statuesque. And also, I do think that due to she was
like ivory.
Oh, yeah, dude. Just like a good piano with no black keys, you know? One you can't cheat on. Right? You ever heard that term?
No.
Oh, yeah, because like those are like the chords, I think, or the black ones.
Yeah.
So a lot of like classical piano players are like, we didn't have the black keys, no one could play but me. That kind of thing. It's a weird pretentious thing.
Yeah. That's that's like something Keith Jarrett or one of those kind of like jazz pianist players. They're like, you ever listen to him?
I'm more into jizz pianist.
Nice.
Come on.
Fucking come.
We don't
Nathan
need
Lund,
Lund.
Sam Tallent. Let's get where it's at.
Yeah, Chubby Behemoth. We're the king of hell. But I think that she was going on that. She was going on like a strange like spirit journey the next day.
But I think it's mostly a pub crawl at this point. But yeah, it's a long walk through Spain called the.
I would pub crawl through a mile of shit just to see where it came from. Let me tell you that,
it's
brother.
One of the grossest things I've ever. I mean, I know you didn't make it up, but it's one of the.
No, that's mine.
Yeah,
yeah, that's one of mine. Yeah.
Burning the lights.
Yeah, you know when the ambulance drives by when you're on stage and you say, "My ride's here." That's me. Yeah. You know when you drop a glass in the crowd and they say, "Hey, put that anywhere."
Yeah.
That was my first album.
Oh, but you thought of Opa.
Opa was me.
Yeah.
I haven't heard Opa.
Yeah. You drop a glass, somebody's like, Opa!
And everyone claps,
Yeah.
and then the headliner can't follow him. Yeah, no, she was going on a spirit journey. So I think that you had a chance because she was like looking to say goodbye to her old life of banging wads. And you could have been the final nail in her old coffin of her former life.
Tell you this, she'd have been sticking around if I'd given the old 3-minute hell ride.
Hell right. Oh shit. Yeah, no, I would have loved if you could have made her one of your own, and she could have just become a part of our
been
growing
nice.
family. Yeah.
I've been thinking about leaving America for about 8 years now.
Isn't it so easy to just have that romantic ideal when you're over here? Where you're like, I'll leave and I'll become the funniest person in Ireland.
Yeah, that's exactly and I'll become the funniest person in Ireland.
I thought that before my set last night in the big room. It's like,
wasn't that rough, really?
Bro, it was the worst set that I've had in 10 years. For sure. Easily the worst thing to happen to me. I mean, my mom died. Who cares? All right.
Yeah.
We saw that one coming.
Yeah.
We all know
well, you're supposed to bury your parents. You're not supposed to bomb.
Oh yeah, no. I envied my mom in the cold ground last night. About 3 minutes into my set, there's
There's graveyards everywhere here, so if you need to feel
Oh yeah, I can just go lay in the dirt.
Yeah.
Do a little salt burn move. Yeah, where the dirt, but I want the dirt to fuck me.
I haven't seen Saltburn yet, Sam. Don't ruin it.
Sorry, I gave away the ending.
Oh man,
The weird kid with the
we
haunting
call that
eyes.
getting Lund.
You got Lunded. Lund would be so mad if I ruined a movie for him.
Would he really?
Oh God, he's a baby
Hey.
about a lot of stuff.
Next time you guys go to see a movie together, just text me
Yeah.
and be like, we're gonna go see this movie, and then I'll just look up the ending on the internet and then text it to Lund from my number because he definitely doesn't.
Please do. That would bring me nothing but joy.
I think he would probably.
He's like, some dickhead in Dallas just ruined the end of Ghostbusters. Turns
It's
out
like a biographical film. It's like the Kennedy assassination movie. Or
yeah,
something.
we're watching JFK.
Yeah.
He's like, what's going to happen? Nothing. It's a love story. Jackie takes her hat off. It's not the only thing.
What if they had
remembered
called
from
it that instead? Jackie takes her hat off.
Yeah, it's about her getting her groove back.
That's also how
after
like
her-
mobsters would say it if she was behind it. You go, Jackie wants her hat taken off.
And we're going to take it all the way off. No bows. Oh, the man's dead.
No bows.
He's one of your guys.
Yeah. He's
Half Mexican, half Irish. Yeah.
well, he's from close to where my people are from here.
Really?
Yeah.
Kilkenny, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
But we went to the they have a statue of him up. There's a thing with putting American shit up over here that's weird. Like
Yeah, they love us.
there's a Barack Obama Plaza here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. And,
yeah. They have KFCs everywhere you look.
Yeah, well, I meant like American. I didn't mean like nonprofit kind of.
I thought we were talking about heroes. I'm sorry. Yeah. The Colonel. Come on.
He could have been Irish for sure.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, there's too much spice in the food. There's not a boiled
Irish
cabbage on the menu.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, have you eaten dinner yet? Lunch? Food?
Are you okay? You're going
Gay
full
sex.
Lund.
Gay sex.
There you go.
5 Dr. Peppers.
Lund's dog just died.
Really?
Yeah, he had to put his dog down.
I miss Poochie so much.
George Michael's dead, everyone.
Oh, this dog George Michael.
Yeah, and not even after the singer, after the Arrested Development character, which is ironic because the dog did die of AIDS. Yeah, Lund's having a really bad time. Meanwhile, we've just been playing grab ass. We're the kings of New Spain over here.
Yeah. We're traveling internationally, accomplishing our dreams.
Getting paid handsomely, too. Yeah, it's insane. I understand why all these American comics are like, I wanted to come back again. It's like, oh, yeah, for the big check and the cool hotel.
It's a good check.
Yeah.
It's all pretty goddamn good, really.
Oh, everything's good except for the 20 minutes, the hell ride that
you
I
had.
had last night.
You know what I'm only really miss? I wish there was just like, I don't love their snacks here. Like their packaged snacks.
Potatoes are good, though.
Yeah, no, the food is great.
Yeah.
But the packaged snack, I don't like their chips is what it's coming down to. And
Okay.
I never know. I'm always surprised by their prepackaged unhealthy food, which I'm trying not to eat anyways, but like it's always like, well, you know when you go to Canada and they have ketchup chips and you're like,
Right.
this is fucking disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
What a boring treat.
Right.
Yeah.
To call it a treat is a bridge too far.
Yeah, it's like, but they love that shit over there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's one over here. It was like, there's sour cream and onion wasn't quite sour cream or oniony. Like enough. It just doesn't taste. It probably tastes like what it should taste like. And I'm like,
Right.
So my taste buds have been scarred by yellow number 5 so
That's
much
right,
that I can't. I'm a Mountain Dew man.
You're not a Dr. Pepper, man. You're not into DP.
Yeah, I'm a Mountain Dew man.
Yeah.
Nathan's a physician, and I'm from the mountains.
God, he needs a physician. He has one. It's my wife. She's not a good doctor because he's dying.
Is she his doctor?
Yeah. And she's like, I mean, I shouldn't divulge too much because I clearly don't know about what's going
But
on
she gives
with
him
him because
checkups
of
and everything?
HEPA. Yeah, she has to go to the truck scale and get him on there. It's really tough.
I give him an MRI at the zoo.
Well, some of the snacks over here will be like shallot and squid. And you're like, oh, finally. I've been begging for this. Potatoes are fucking great, dude. That potato chip with the little like Lund-shaped man, the amorphous, sexless.
I don't know if I had one of those. I think I had a weirder thing.
Oh, you gotta get a tato, bro.
Yeah. I tell you what I did have yesterday. I went and had dinner. We had a nice dinner with me and my cousins, and I had great steak, and the potatoes that came with it.
Yeah.
I thought they were like a béarnaise sauce when I looked at them. They were so whipped. And
right?
So, yeah.
And there's cheese in them, right?
I think there was cream, but I don't think there was cheese.
Is it called like angliot or something? Because they have a potato dish over here that looks like mashed potatoes, but it has cheese in it, and then they do the thing, and it looks like a cheese pull when they whip it in the bowl.
I mean, I don't think it was that. I think it was just like a mashed potato. But holy
did you go to that steakhouse in Temple Bar, the famous one?
No, I don't want to go into Temple Bar. I think.
Come on, that's where your people are from.
It's more like a chaotic scene of Americans telling us they're.
It's like a rainforest cafe.
It's like St. Patrick's Day in there.
It's all the charm of an Applebee's.
Yeah.
But with historic, beautiful brick buildings
and classic Irish music.
That's right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They love singing, dude.
Yeah.
Like I walked out.
Everyone
of my show.
sings here.
Everyone sings. I walked out of my show
They can all
last night,
sing here. Yeah.
And fucking a guy. There's all these like gay dudes in a window singing, and they're singing Wonderwall. And then when I come around the corner, one of the gay guys points at me and says, "You're my Wonderwall," and I was like, "I'm home. This is crazy." It spoke to my heart.
I tell you about what happened last time I was here.
No.
Whelan's. I was walking in behind Sam J. and Michael.
Oh,
J.
you told me about this.
And
Yes.
Cypher Sounds.
Mm-hmm.
And they walked in, and there were just these three like drunk, very young Irish girls singing "Teenage Dirtbag."
Yes, Weedus.
Yeah,
Yes.
and they just fell out laughing immediately, and I was behind them. I was like, I've never been so embarrassed.
Yeah, that's not a good look for half of your people.
No, it's not. And they were like, I bet they were like, fuck yeah. It's like a confirmation of a dumb stereotype.
Hypothesis proven true.
Yeah. It was brutal. But that's the Irish. They just drink and sing shitty songs all day.
Well, dude, a teenage dirtbag. There's
brutal.
There's been some developments in music since that happened.
It was awful.
Yeah,
and I was just like, someone in my. You know what was I remember vividly thinking, someone's gonna try to have sex with these women tonight, and they don't realize how bad the conversation is going to be talking to them.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Like
just that.
Of course, when you're 19, you're not really interested in conversation.
No.
Through all of it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Again, I would let a woman put a cigarette out on the tip of my penis if it meant that I could cool it off in her sweet little clam afterward. When I was 19...
Salmon Valley?
Yes. Which is a great chip flavor over here. I mean, the ladies over here, I think there's an relationship between the size of the breasts and how flat the butts are.
Oh,
have you noticed the flatness of butt?
I have not. I've thought I've noticed some fine derrieres. Are you saying they're like the more boobed up they are, the more convex they're?
It's like they only had enough to put meat up top or in the bottom.
Yeah.
It's like if the table has a bunch of brisket on it, that means the pantry's empty. You know, they're eating green beans for the rest of the week because they have these super tight leather pants. And they're like skin tight on the thighs, you know, and like all the way down the leg. And
but
then
they got
baggy and back.
They got nothing on the
There's
on the
nothing
glutes
behind. It's like they had to pawn it during the famine. It's like get that butt.
I'm gonna be noticing this later.
Please do.
Yeah.
It's my curse.
What have you noticed about the men here?
There's 6 of them. There's 6 faces, and that's all they have.
Like I think they all either seem slight or gigantic. You know, there's not a lot of. Obviously, there's some men of average size, but there's like a lot of very lean, tiny men. Like
it's like the
wiry or ropey.
Right, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah,
scrappy.
Yeah.
Because it's like the weight training and the UFC fighting that's taking America by storm hasn't made it over here yet.
But yeah, they do have one pretty famous guy.
Yeah, and again, he's not jacked though.
No, he is.
Is he?
I met him in person last year at his bar.
You met Conor? Is that how you say it?
Conor McGregor.
Conor McGregor. Yeah.
Yeah, I was with Bert, and we went to his bar. I met him very briefly. But,
that's cool that you got to meet Conor. I met George R.R. Martin. That was the guy that Bert. Cool. It's fine, but
we both look like each of our guys.
Exactly. Yes. He did, and George R. did ride in on a model train that he was conducting, so that was nice.
Yeah, but Connor is also super into dwarf penis. So
really,
yeah.
Oh, I'm not.
I was making a Game of Thrones.
No, that was a great joke. I just was like, I could believe that he took you aside and was like, Shane, look at me files. I've got him.
I feel unsafe just saying it in his country.
I'm scared of him.
Yeah, he was so crazy solid. It was insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he wasn't even in fighting shape.
It's funny how easily he could kill us with his bare hands.
Oh, Bert would tell me like one time, who's that guy, Brendan Schaub, the comic?
Mm-hmm.
He came up at the store.
Comic. That's how I describe it.
Yeah. Came up at the store behind him and just like lifted up his leg and just kind of was like, just like roughhousing but fun.
Yeah. A little bit grab ass.
Yeah. And he goes, I was so scared. Like it's just terrifying to know there are men out there who can just do whatever they want to you.
Well, I was walking.
And I said, I don't know what that's like, beta.
Yeah. You are an alpha.
Yeah.
You do command yourself with a presence that makes me feel like if fisticuffs were to pop off, you would not shy away from it.
I don't know. I don't think so. I wouldn't look for it.
You wouldn't look for it, but if someone came at you,
if it was Conor McGregor, I would definitely shy away from it.
I would start crying and pull my pants down. Here you go, Connor.
I would just be like, look, man, you can do whatever you want here. So just if you want to be decent about it, just make it quick and kick my head off my body. Please.
Just don't make it hurt.
Yeah.
Make it swift.
Yeah. Like, I need to hurt when I wake up. I don't want to have a memory of it. Yeah.
Yes. Kind of like when.
And then he only punches me in the belly for doing that.
Just pummeling you and laughing. And slapping your ass.
My name is Nathan Lund.
Connor, it's me, Lund. What do you want for your last meal? I got a knuckle sandwich. Can I get a Dr. Pepper too? His dog's dead.
When did it die?
A couple days ago.
Oh, that is recent and rough.
Yeah.
Is it like his best friend?
You would think his wife would be his best friend or me.
Oh, he's married?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. For a long time. Do you think he was just out there slanging it?
I don't know what Lund's doing.
No one really does. He's indefinable. He's like Mist. So it was funny last night. I got off stage and I texted you immediately just about how bad my show went. And you said, someone threw cups at me.
That's which is true, yeah.
Yeah. Why don't you tell your story? What happened with the cups?
I started that, the bit I did, the nurses bit I do.
Yeah.
I started that, and it's basically...
It's a great bit.
Yeah, thank you. Mm-hmm. But it's basically a bit about how I'm a hero and nurses are not.
Right.
And it's so obvious that I am winking at the camera the whole time when I'm doing this. But I worked in a line where I go, this one woman cheered, said she was a nurse, and I was like, I'll tell you why I'm better than you, you medical janitor.
Nice.
Yeah. And then she threw a cup at me.
Was it full?
No. They were like remnants of booze in it, but they're not going to waste a drink on me.
No. I'm surprised another nurse didn't come up on stage and lick the beer off.
I had to walk over, and I was like, oh, fuck. Like, I just kept going. You know, like, it was a real, like, fuck off. Like, and she was like, it was not as dramatic. Yours sounds much worse because mine was, like, halfway flirty. I'm not actually angry. Like, right. Like, they didn't like it, but they weren't mad. You know what I mean? They were like, fuck him. Right. Like, yeah. Your thing sounded like...
It's kind of flirtatious what you're describing.
Yeah. I think
like, oh, you.
Yeah.
You rogue.
I'm going to be like, you were mad about your flat ass and huge boobs.
Yeah. And sometimes they don't have shit.
We're only going regular because you're fucking...
You're totally right.
You're flat butt.
Yeah. No doggy style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know why? I'll put you through the wall.
I bet you're a bit pent up after your week over here. You're ready to spew. So I was like, damn, he's...
if you're going to spew into butt.
Well, we'll get to that. My show was in the big tent, 600 Irish.
Yeah.
And Tommy Tiernan's the headliner. And he's a bit of a soothsayer, storyteller type.
Yeah.
And the first comic, Allison, did great. Kyla did great.
Spittle was on with you? Little lady?
Yeah.
She's so lovely.
She's very funny.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, this show's good.
She's incredibly charming.
Yeah, she's great, dude. Yeah, and she was dressed kind of like Punky Brewster last night.
Yeah. Love that.
I was like, fuck. Kyla goes up. She's wearing a Detroit Red Wings 62 shirt, and I don't think any pants. She just had a long shirt on, like a sorority girl.
I don't know if I even saw her.
She was cool. Curly hair, redhead, from here, lives in Barcelona. So I'm like, damn, this show's going to be good. These people love comedy. And I went out there. And I was incorrect. They did not love all comedy because a woman ran out weeping during my set. She was shepherded out by a man as she was crying violently. Because I opened with my 00 joke about Heineken,
Yeah.
Heineken 00. You're going to remember hitting her next time.
Oh, Guinness. that might have been your first mistake.
Well, no, because they have a Heineken 00 ad here that says no more need for a sneaky pint, which just shows how ingrained lying to your wife about boozing is.
Yeah.
So I was like, Heineken 0 should lean into it. Heineken 0. Next time you'll remember hitting her.
Yeah.
Visible disgust. People are upset. And then I was like, I know what'll save it. My 17-minute abortion chunk. And dude, when I say that I died 1,000 deaths, it might have been 3,000 deaths. It was that.
That's
thing.
still nothing compared to our famine and all the wee babies who die at the hands.
Well, I tried that too. I was like, America's going through a carbohydrate genocide too. Like what they did to you. We're not going to say who they is. And they were like, we love the Queen. They were like loyalists somehow. Every one of them.
You really?
I stepped into it, and then I sat in it, and then I rolled around in it. I was wearing it so bad they went out and got more of it for me to put on. That's how many. That's how bad.
It's still in your shoes and pocket this morning.
Oh, I can't get it out. I have to throw these away. And then a woman she said. About 4 minutes into the abortion thing, as soon as I said abortion, the room turned on me, except for like maybe the 100 people who were there to see me. Because when I was like, people were hitting me up like, come to the show tonight. And when I walked on stage, there was a big pop. And I was like, okay, this is good. They were not enough to supersede. And a woman was like, stop while you're ahead. I couldn't have been less ahead.
Yeah.
I was behind. I was at the end of the parade.
I'm trying to catch up.
Yeah, I should have said anything besides... Yeah. What? Because I couldn't hear what she said the first time?
I can't. I'm contractually obligated to be.
And I did my time. But God, it was tough, man. And then I tried to do the closer where
Did you get anything out of them at all?
Well, at one point, the lady was like, stop. And I was like, well, I think 40 people in here are having a nice time. And then the crowd started clapping at that.
Because it was a very, not that you didn't know what was going on, but they needed to see that you were self-aware of the moment.
Oh yeah. Well, I think that was me sweating through every garment I had up there. That's how bad it was going. That the sweat came, and that's how they know when you go from like confident man walking out there to just soaked in rags all of a sudden. Like you're a tinsmith in the 30s trying to collect radio parts.
You're just like
yeah.
You're gonna lift it up and you'll have like a beautiful face underneath it, you're like a welder,
No, there were sparks though. I was burnt by my own hubris. And fuck, dude, they really hated it. And I did my time, and then I get off stage, and all the comics are backstage, and Tommy Tiernan's like, what you did up there was so brave, which is not what you want to hear when you get off. Yeah. You're so brave, you stuck to your guns, and you didn't cater to them, and you didn't equivocate, and you did exactly what you came here to do, and that was so admirable. And I was like, yeah, but I bombed. And he was like, of course you bombed, but still. So that was... almost heartening. Yeah. And then everyone was trying to explain away what happened.
And he's like their guy here.
He is the king, dude.
Yeah.
And then he goes out at the end and does his impression of different wind instruments. Yeah. And the people love it. Yeah. He's very skilled. He's very good. But they were there to see him.
He's got great ability.
And I think that because we were out with Tony Cantwell, he was the headliner of that show we did the first night. We were all fucking swinging for the fences. Yeah. That was a great lineup because those people were into like the kind of comedy we do. Yeah. And I think the people who were there to see Tommy were very upset that I was allowed into the country. I'm surprised that when I got to the hotel that I hadn't been checked out of my room. I think that's what Carl Spain said. Crazy Carl.
Crazy Carl. Yeah. Carl's he's a chatty cat.
He's the man, dude.
I love him.
Oh, yeah. I've dubbed him Crazy Carl, and I don't think he cares for it, but he's leaning in.
No.
He's been doing stand-up since like 88, dude.
Yeah. He's old.
He's old. He's a road dog. He told me a bunch of stories last night about going to Dubai and doing stand-up. Yeah, he did that
too for me. Yeah. He's like, there's a pretty large Irish contingent over there, I guess.
I guess, man.
Because they can go over there and be teachers or whatever and not be taxed.
Yeah, I bet they're over there like underwater welding or something,
Well, he said there's a ton of like educators go over there.
Yeah.
And they don't get taxed. And so they get to stack money or they spend it and they go to like Sardinia or something. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I've heard about people going to Dubai and getting paid in gold. Coming home with gold. Like big bushels of gold. Jordan Dahl's father would go over to Dubai.
What do you think we're going to get paid?
I don't think I'm going to get paid. I think I have to write a formal apology to the president and his small dog. They were, but everyone was very nice. Everyone tried to explain to me why it wasn't my fault, and I was like, "No, it was my fault."
You were aware enough. They were kind enough to like.
They're Irish. They're trying to be nice.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, at least Shane got cups thrown at him, and I just found out that you were getting to second base Irish style. It's like nothing bad really happened to you.
It's crazy. I fingered her.
Yeah, exactly. From the stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because my fingers were so long.
Hey, they had so elegant bones. I guess Ariel said she had a tough set. Ashley Gavin said she had a tough set.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't feel... You know what's weird is like they were on my show and they said they both had tough sets. I don't think I was like... I'm not one of those comics who's delusional and thinks like...
I don't think you are.
Who's like thinks he's crushing and everyone's just like, this is fucking...
Well,
you know those guys.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
You go the opposite way, where you have a fine set and you get off and you're like, you know? And I'm like, all right, dude. You know, I was in the
I'm
room.
gay now.
Yeah.
Let's give it up. I'll go back to med school.
Yeah. I'm going to be a nurse, too.
Oh, they were pretty upset.
That's okay. But the woman who was yelling stop at me and saying, stop trying to pressure her into talking to you, she allegedly left and collapsed and had to be taken away on an ambulance, is what Richie Bree told me. And he told me, like, hey, karma. And I was like, oh, well, I know. A woman died? That's not what you want to hear.
Yeah, it's like I was talking with my cousins about the language last night a little bit. So, like, say some good news, like something along the lines of, like, I bought a house or I have a new car or just anything.
I bought a jet ski.
How bad? Like, that's like the response for
really
good news here.
How bad?
How bad? Like, but it actually means good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, like, I think it's...
Well, it's like
it
the way
means, I think the thought is behind it that even if something good is happening, it's not. It's really just how bad could it have been as opposed to how good it is.
I see.
Which I was just like, that's fucking wild.
Well, Broadham explained the use of grand last night. Do you know how they use grand over here?
Yeah, they say it. I say it, and I don't think I'm doing it right.
Well, they use it as like it was fine. It was mid. She said grand means mid over here. Yeah.
Yeah.
They use all these words.
Can it just mean like good too?
No, it means mid. Like it was a mid-level experience. Weird. Well, they don't know. You know, they didn't have carbohydrates for 100 years or whatever happened.
Their brains can't get fat enough.
Yeah, no, because they keep the drink, a touch of the drink.
That grand. Interesting. I thought grand was like, yeah, grand.
No, it's like, yeah, it was grand.
Also, when someone says that's fine, I'm gonna bring over grand now.
You should.
And it'll be very passive aggressive.
Yeah. Oh, was it fine? It was grand.
Grand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, grand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you could.
I'll be arguing with a woman, and she'll be like, "You want to go to my parents' house?" Yeah, grand.
Grand.
Yeah, and then she'll be like, "He said grand."
He's so excited about it.
Yeah, he's gonna meet my mother.
You're loading a shotgun in the next room. two bullets.
Gonna be in the paper tomorrow.
Yeah, finally doing something brave.
Time to make the Irish Times.
That's what I told Bren last night. He was like, "You're going to be in the paper for that one." And I was like, "I'd rather be in the paper for."
You're going to be in the paper
tower.
For this?
I hope not. I hope the Irish Times wasn't there.
I hope you are.
Oh my God,
Sam,
dude.
first international bomb write-up.
They've had a lot of bombs here.
Yes, they have.
Yeah, it's like their whole thing.
A little further north.
Yeah.
Look at the license plate. See which county it's from.
Well, I hope I'm not. But that Ashley woman, who's like the other half of the whole thing, she was like, "That's a good sign, mate." Because Anthony Jeselnik, Bill Burr, Louis C.K., they've all been booed off stage over here. So if it happens to you, you're going to pop. You're going to be huge. I was like, all right.
All right, Captain Jack Sparrow.
I can't do Irish, so I just do pirate.
Oh, Davy Jones, look.
Oh, and it started raining when I was on stage, too.
Oh, that happened to me, too.
So, they couldn't leave because they'd get soaked.
Yeah. Man, it was coming down last night out there. Yeah.
God was mad at me.
Yeah.
I had upset his
and
people.
He punished all of the Irish because he was mad at you.
Yeah. Yeah. God and we have a twisted relationship.
What stage are you on tonight?
I'm on a big one at 7:30. Tommy Tiernan's the headliner again. I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
Comedy.
I know. I kind of want to be like, hey, anyone here last night? I don't, but then I don't want them to be reminded.
They buy individual tickets for the shows.
But there's a lot of like Tommy Tiernan army. They go see every show.
The army of
They follow
Tiernan.
him like fish.
What bit did he do? Did he do any of the stuff we saw him do the other day?
Yeah, he did pretty much the same stuff.
Yeah.
Which was all good stuff.
Yeah, it was great.
He has that joke about Bob Dylan being shrunken down.
Yeah.
He's old. And
they put him on top of the
piano player. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of everyone's funny over here.
They have a lot to be sad about, so it makes them fun.
Well, how about you were part of the "Hey, come touch Tierney" move last night, right?
What?
Remember Tierney? Little Tierney?
Oh,
The comic with the glasses?
the wee.
The wee one who had to come out to his parents before they
Yeah.
Did you hear about that story?
He came out to his pokes.
Yeah, and his dad was like, "Are we still getting a pint?" It's like exactly what you want to happen, you know, like unplussed.
Yeah.
But
like nobody. Yeah, he was like, I came out to my folks. I was like, oh, good.
Yeah.
And I was like, also like, kind of a lot to share with me too. As a,
I'm just a guy you met.
Yeah. Nice guy.
Very nice guy. I have nothing bad to
But
say
very
about
forward.
Tierney.
Yeah.
Enthusiastic. It's his first festival.
Yeah,
He's full of piss and vinegar.
Yeah.
But last night at like 2 a.m., it was like me and Mike Rice and that Vittorio guy, and we were just standing in the middle of Whelan's, and Tierney came up, and me and Mike put our arms around him. Tierney, get over here, you rascal! And he was like soaked through all of his clothes, whether it was rain or flop sweat.
Because he can be covered in cum now that he's out to his parents.
Cum would have been better because it dries.
Yeah.
This guy was fucking soaked. Yeah, and I was like, whoa. Hey, Vittorio, touch Tierney. And he was like, damn, he's soaked. And I was like, yeah, he is. So we kept calling people over. We're like, hey, Carl, get over here. Touch Tierney. 20 people came over, and they were like, what? And
Isn't that like crazy how like down they are? Like, it's a new game. Called.
Yeah, because all they have is like hurling.
Yeah.
You know, like their games are ancient and played with balsa wood. But yeah, so a bunch of people came over and were touching him, and then Tierney's just sitting there in the middle, just all smiley. And then after about the 20th touch, he just leaves, and he goes, and we think he threw up in the bathroom, and then we never saw him again.
I saw him late because I got there late last night.
Right.
And I saw him when he was there, and he just came up to me, and I was like, how are you? And he goes, I came out to my folks tonight. And I was like, how'd it go? He goes, good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was making a meal out of that whole story.
Yeah.
He was cashing checks in heaven with that one.
Yeah.
But we didn't see him after he went to the bathroom. So I think he went out the back door.
I think he went and threw out and then made his exit.
Or he got flushed down the sink.
Yeah.
Something. He threw his soul up in
Or
the
it
toilet.
didn't go well what he told his folks.
Oh, yeah. He's just dangling in a broom closet somewhere. Yeah. Tora, lora, lora.
Tura, lura, lura.
Yeah. But, touching Tierney was fun. Mike Rice, very funny. Richie Bree, very funny. That Vittorio guy, I guess, is like big. Tony Cantwell was there with his wife, and they both got fucked up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they have kids.
Yeah.
So his wife came up to me and was like, hey, how you doing? You're so funny. We had a couple of pints. We've been here since 4. We worked our way through the whole fucking bar. And then she just started punching me in the stomach. That was upon meeting her. She started punching me in the stomach and then karate chopping me. I was like,
what a lady.
This woman rules.
Yeah,
Why are you
awesome.
leaving?
Yeah.
We got little kids. We don't get to have fun anymore. Do we, Tony? It was awesome.
Just bag wrenching you, yeah.
Yeah, she went full McGregor on me.
Oh, God damn it. That sounds. I was sorry. I was happy to hang out with my cousins, but I'm sorry to miss some of the party last night.
You didn't really. You missed.
It was
what
the
I
same kind of
described.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I just always want more food. There's no food at the.
There's no fucking food.
I really would like, which is also I think kind of saving me in some way.
You think so?
Yeah, because I think I'd be snacking like crazy. You know, like at the like if I'm drinking like that and there's just food out. God damn it, we went to that Wow Burger place on the first night.
Yeah.
I got chicken strips.
Uh-huh.
So good.
Really?
But I could smell the salt through the, like the next day I was just like, it was cutting me from the inside.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe the shit.
Yeah, it crystallized in your blood.
Yeah, it was like a Crystals. You know, like how of that kind of like.
Crystal's Burger, you mean?
Yeah.
Bury me in there, brother. I fucking love those little guys. Those are my little friends.
They fuck you up though.
They give you some of the worst indigestion ever.
Yeah.
After our
It's like,
shows,
did I just eat like a fairly sturdy piece of paper last night when I went to sleep? It feels like you're digesting.
Well, they're so small
like
you have to order them
construction
by
ma-
the pallet.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, can I just back up the truck and you
Yeah.
load it up with little burgers?
Hump.
Yeah,
Hump.
yeah, like Wimpy. What was the guy? The hamburger tomorrow for a cheeseburger
Quimby.
today? Quimby.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. It was Quimby.
It was Quimby.
God.
I'm glad to pay you for 2 hamburgers on Tuesday.
Wimpy.
I thought it was Quimby.
Well, maybe this is all. Don't you don't have to look it up. We don't have to.
I still
lose
can't
our
even remember the
great
name of the
momentum
fucking
here.
steakhouse.
We went to a White Castle, and I share my location with my wife. So we went to a White Castle after Royal Oak because it was the only thing open, and it was in like downtown Detroit at like 2 a.m. And my wife was like, "You're not going to White Castle. You're not going to White Castle down there. What are you doing?" Like, she was just mad that we were going to White Castle. Then she was worried that we were going to get killed. And I was like, "We have to go here because they have Impossible sliders." And Lund has gout. And she was like, there's still purines. Yeah, like it was a mandate.
Yeah, we have to go.
Yeah.
Because if you guys don't get food, you'll both starve to death.
Right, yeah. We can't just live off our adipose tissue for months. That's the thing.
Yeah, we were in Ferndale, and there was a place open. There was like one restaurant open late, and it was just fucking jammed, like for late night food.
Was it a Coney Island?
No, it wasn't.
No,
but the Coney places, I like.
They're fine.
They're fine, but I like them. I like them like that when I'm in Detroit once a year. You know, like like
yes.
that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I took one to a
You wouldn't
Coney.
believe how jammed it was and how like the menu of this restaurant was just like, we've got fried chicken sandwiches and burritos, and all of them are fine.
Yeah,
like
very grand.
Yeah, grand.
Yeah.
Grand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a restaurant in Detroit that serves spaghetti 24 hours a day. And like my sister-in-law talks about it like this like secret place that she's like, yeah, well, if you're ever hungry late, you get spaghetti. And I'm like, I'm not going to drive out of my way to get spaghetti in the like. Detroit's still dangerous, neighborhood by neighborhood.
Yeah. There's some great stuff there, and there's some like
right, but you probably want to go when the sun's up.
Yeah, the city,
know?
But the city's coming back a bit.
We're all praying.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
I really hope that my investment pays off in Detroit because that city is hella cutty, as we say in the community.
Yeah, we do say that. You and Tommy Hearns.
Oh my God, I've been. I had a Smittix last night.
Yeah,
I had a red Smittix.
You drank?
I had one beer. It was good. Well, I didn't have one beer. I had about 10 Guinness Zeros.
I can't believe we're drinking them like this.
Dude, they're so fucking good.
Yeah?
Yeah, they're perfect. They taste exactly like Guinness. And you know what the trick is? You know how they do 2 pours? They pour it and then they let it settle and they top it off?
Yeah.
If you have the top off pour, regular Guinness.
So they put booze in it anyways.
Yeah, well, that's what they do, dude. Because now
they can't. That's amazing.
I've been told this by so many Irish that they have the machines now because a lot of the places...
The canned ones are,
Because they don't have Guinness Zero on tap yet in a lot of places.
Yeah.
So they have the cans, but it's not a full pint. So they tried to serve those to people, and they were like, "Fill up me glass, you scallywag, or you'll walk the plank, you know? Jolly Roger's upset with ye." So they just top off the double zeros with regular Guinness. So the guy was like, and yeah, there's a little bit of booze in it, but you have to drink 6 pints of zero with the top off to get the effect of 1 regular pint of Guinness. And it's like...
For the flavor,
yeah,
you're fine.
I guess. But if you're struggling...
But here's the thing. If it's working here, it's kind of like, just throwing straight into the fire. Like if it's going to... Like I get the psychology a little bit of like... Well, if we can get it over here and people are still drinking this non-alcoholic shit with just a splash of booze and no one kills their wife,
I think that wife killing is a big problem here.
I think it might be.
It's a huge issue.
I'll be honest, it's searched our way into this conversation a couple of times more than I needed to.
Well, after I made that joke last night, I was like, oh, you guys don't know about the link between domestic violence and alcohol? You could have heard someone drop a handful of change, and I would have known the denominations of the change. That's how quiet it was. When you're bombing...
You drop 23p.
Ooh, 23p. Well, hell, I'll be down there to collect me offerings. When you're bombing, and you're like, well, it can't get any worse. And then it does somehow get worse, and you're like, oh, God, there's depth to this thing.
It's like Mariana's Trench down here.
Dude, I found the Titanic. That's how deep I went.
That's interesting, man.
Yeah, it was fun. And it's like, I'm not the best to stand up, but I have...
Are you shifting tonight?
Part of me wants to be like, I'm going to do the same stuff, and it's going to kill. But then, like, I think the issue is that is like a coherent 20 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I close on in the States. It's like, that's my 20. So the rest of it, I could piece together a set of like odds and ends. But I have another bit about like how you... If you're a good parent, you like want your daughter to grow up to be fuckable, and I don't think this is the place for that. Yeah, that's the face.
That's a good Like you seem to be really in between, a rock and a hard place with this one because it's like I get why it could work and go massive or
Just be grand.
Yeah, just be fine.
No, I'm going to change up everything tonight. I'm going to go up there. I'm going to,
I'm going to come heckle you.
Yeah, please do, but wear a wig.
Yeah.
All right?
The wee babies are dying.
It's a genocide.
Tell me, Lord, why do you take the little ones?
They can't defend
Why
themselves.
they always do? When the cold comes, the babies go. They're not a little warm enough for their wee toes be cracking.
I can't believe it's this long into the pod, and you're just doing your great Irish accent. You've had this the whole... Well, dude, they're like, why are Northern Ireland and Ireland divided? It's the fucking country can't agree on one accent.
Yeah,
there's a million different accents.
The town can't. The counties can't.
No, it's like, and that guy's from Cork, and then you got a guy who's like, what about a hill, and you're from Kilkenny. And then they're like, there's 8 different accents in Dublin.
Yeah.
This place is fucking crazy.
Yeah, they sound American. Like they'll be like, you're American Dublin. Like you sound American Dublin. Yeah.
Which is like a shitty thing to say, I guess.
Yeah. It doesn't land on them very well.
No, it's like, dude, I mean, hey, make fun of us, but as Bobby Crane said, you hate our guts. You sure do love our fucking blue jeans. Bobby was bombing on stage in Paris, and he unleashed that upon them and as his closer.
What did it land?
No.
But it's like it's also an insane thing to say as like to get a point on the board.
That's something you say right before you turn the gun on yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotcha.
It's like a filter song.
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing that bit about the hair. Have you seen the haircut thing I do?
Mm-hmm.
About the guy calling me a genetic mistake?
Yeah.
And I added this chunk in about whenever somebody from another country insults me, I'll get real USA on them.
Oh, for sure.
And I go,
Yeah.
I'm like, the line is I say, you're right, I don't know the capital of France, but I know what it ain't, Berlin, and that's thanks to us.
Brother, let's go. Yes.
Yeah.
That was in Australia. They're like, oh, you got a race problem. And it's like, yeah, we let black people in. All right.
You guys are,
Yeah.
you guys are, you're big Florida down here. It's
100%. I love the Australians, but I don't like when they come at us because it's like everything you guys are doing is emulating what we did about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So
they're driving around in Toyota Tundras and
yeah, exactly. Listening to Katy Perry.
Yeah, they're like it's like a weird. It's very rednecky culture down there in tone, but not in taste, I guess.
Well, there's 25 million of them, I think, on a landmass that's the same size as America.
It's the same size as the States.
Yeah, I think so. And 25 million might be shy, but even if it was 50 million on that same landmass, it's like, you guys have a lot of room to grow over here.
Yeah.
But you're like, no, we can't let any fucking Indonesians in. It's like, why?
We don't have the infrastructure. Yeah.
You got the infrastructure.
Yeah.
It's called the middle of the fucking continent, which I guess is 1,000,000 degrees all the time.
Yeah.
So, you know what? As an outsider, I'm wrong somehow. Maybe I don't know the rules.
I think we
of
solved their
Australia.
problems.
Yeah. Those ladies have butts and boobies.
They're a good-looking group over there.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah. Well, hey, who founded Australia? A bunch of fucking, robbers and rapists.
Yeah.
Notoriously handsome.
From around this area of the world.
Yeah, I know. But they got to, kind of let it grow in the ocean vibes.
In the ocean vibe.
Do they have beaches here?
Yeah.
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 You been to the beach here?
I went to the beach the other day.
Wow. You got in the water?
No, it was too cold.
You didn't swim in your cable knit sweater?
No, it was too cold, but they do it. Yeah. Like my cousin does like ocean swims or sea swims.
That's great. Does he wear like a wetsuit?
She.
What?
Yeah.
Nice.
Swimming's
probably pretty
she
easy
wears
for
the
her.
gloves in the hands, but then she just wears the gloves and the boots,
Yeah.
But just a regular suit beside her.
Are they webbed? Is it that kind of thing?
They're not web. They're like they're basically a bodysuit, but just hands and feet.
Huh.
Yeah.
Good
That's
for
where
her.
a lot of it, where the cold really hits.
Right, and that's for your first extremities that'll
Yeah.
die to frostbite.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why my nose fell off that one time.
It looks good though now.
I had it reattached.
Nice.
They did. It's upside
Came
down.
with the
though.
glasses?
I can smell my eyes. Yeah, if I take these off.
Your face just
Collapses.
That's like a Sarah Squirm gag
yeah.
on SNL. She's like, I got my nose reattached with the glasses, and then she just pulls it up and
Pulls back.
yeah.
I can't believe she found a home on there and that she's such a hit. She's also funny, but she's so far out.
Yeah, but they needed something. You know, like I thought it would do well because I think they just had to find somebody like some people who could write for her.
Yeah.
Because she's so left of center that she she fucking kills me.
She's also like very pretty.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
Yeah, she is. She's a gorgeous
Yeah.
girl.
You should hook up with her.
I should just hook up with one of the like breakout stars of SNL.
Well, I mean, James Austin Johnson's not going to fuck you.
I might have a better shot with James.
I don't know, dude. That's
if
what
I
we
was
do
gonna
on
have
this
sex with
podcast.
everybody on SNL, Lorne, because I'm a power fucker.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
He'll take you on a hell ride.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
I
ends up
can't
you
even.
hosting
I can't
a
even
talk show in
imagine how
Canada.
this would go.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Shane,
yeah.
you like it?
Yeah, and then it'd be like Dan Vitale, who lasted one season. God rest him.
Or what was that? What's the name of it? Brooks Wheelan?
Oh, Brooksy.
Yeah.
I toured with him right after he got fired.
I heard he was having a couple.
Yeah, he had a couple beers, but he
Yeah,
was
yeah.
okay now. I think he's okay now.
I hope he's okay. I always liked him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a real run it life guy.
Right.
Like
Real Carl Hess type.
yeah.
Every time I see Carl Hess, he's like on a mountain bike, bombing a hill in Geneva, and then like drinking the biggest
What
beer
is
I've ever
going
seen.
on with him?
I think he's leaning into the fact that his family has little expendable income, and he's just living a very big, bold life.
Good for Carl.
Yeah.
How do we get money?
I don't know. Keep doing this thing we devoted our lives to.
No, that ain't gonna do
The
it.
long con's not working out.
I just noticed that our headboards are that green.
Oh yeah, these beds are comfy,
They're great.
and I only sleep on one side.
How are you doing with
respect
the
to my
AC
wife.
in here?
I have it at 18 right now.
Yeah, okay.
When I sleep in here,
the
I'm at
Celsius
16.
adjustments is
If I wake up and my nipples are rock hard, I roll over and I cut a hole in the mattress and I climb into it. It's easy.
pull a Revenant and just sleep in your horse.
Yes, I want to sleep in my own body.
Yeah.
Do you have two beds in yours, as your classic bit states?
I think these are both. These are two beds rolled together. I'm sure.
Have you split them apart?
No, but
Okay.
I
Don't look
think-
under there. That's
No.
mine. Some things are
Look under
sacred.
here.
My leg sleeve.
It's no. You got a full. No, yes, it's two beds.
Damn.
Yeah. You think you're better than me?
No. I
Look,
know.
it's because it's got a latch on it.
Do you? So when you cohabitate with someone, a longtime partner in a bed, how many blankets do you have? Do you have your own blankets, or do you share?
Well, it's a good question, Sam, and I'm
Thank
glad
you.
you asked it. And I thought about that before I came over for the interview.
Yes.
When I am
Give people a glimpse into the mind of Shane Torres. There's nothing in there. Tumbleweed brain.
a nice Mad Magazine
There's a
joke for
man
you.
playing a fiddle in there.
Yeah. Grand means fine in Ireland.
Well, my wife and I have adopted the European method of we each have our own sheet and blankets. There's no more tussling. There's no Cold War anymore.
You like that?
She likes it.
I like a tussle, and I like a cuddle. I like a. I don't like.
There's no touching when we're asleep.
Yeah.
'Cause I come into bed after she's asleep because she goes to bed before me,
Right.
and then I come in late. And usually I would come in and I would then have to untangle her from the blankets, which wakes up in her just, clawing at my face, One of us has to work. What you do, you're always having fun. You're playing grab ass with fat guys on the road. Talking about ladies' butts. Keeps the fucking roof over our heads, doesn't it?
One of us has. What a.
No, she does not say that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. But she does wake up mad when I wake her up.
Yeah. But that's fair.
So yeah, we've.
Well, let's not go trying to count miracles. Anybody who's mad when you wake them up. This isn't a lady thing.
Well, and it's like the snug. I don't get into bed and then just like wrap her up.
No,
you know?
not a ton. I'm not huge with that.
Yeah.
Like a little bit.
I like it before bed.
I like it, and sometimes if it just if I just fall asleep, I just fall asleep.
Yeah.
My ex, she would say like we'd be sleeping in bed, and that I'd be saying like sweet things,
Uh-huh.
and she said I would fall asleep so quickly it was crazy. Like,
Yeah.
we'd just be talking, and I'd be like, "All right, yeah, I love you too," and
Yeah.
let's do something nice tomorrow, and then I'd just be like,
Oh yeah.
like out like that, and she was just like, "Well, that was nice for 3 or 4 seconds."
I fall asleep immediately too.
Yeah.
But the rare times that my wife and I get into bed at the same time, she'll be on her phone like and try to show me a meme, and I am dead to the world out of nowhere.
Yeah.
She'll be like, "I just showed you a meme," and then I come back to show you another one, and you're fucking asleep.
I think it's just like I don't want to sound like some like hyper production asshole, but I do a lot with my day most of the time.
Yeah, you do pack it in.
You know,
It's
like so I
admirable.
think by the end I'm just like it's power down time. Like my buddy told me his wife would just get into bed and be like, "I'm done now," and just like
Whoa.
robot down to sleep.
God, the power of that.
Yeah.
Can you nap? You nap.
No.
You don't
Not
nap
really.
ever?
No.
I cannot nap.
I don't like it.
Yeah, I fucking hate it. I feel like
Yeah.
I'm losing time.
Yeah,
to the
yeah. I
world.
feel like it's a waste of time. I genuinely, I don't like going to sleep really either. You know, like I mean, like if I'm very very tired, I know I need it, but I'm never like. You know, some people just like look forward to going to
I'm
bed.
fucking begrudging every time I go to bed.
Yeah.
It's like my mom's telling me, "All right, go brush your
I
teeth
just
and go to
fucking
bed."
hate it,
I'm
you
like,
know?
"Shut up, you're dead."
Yeah, unless there's sex in there, I don't want to go to bed most of the time.
I'm into having sex in places that aren't the bed. That's a new move for me.
Go on.
Well, like, hey, we have all these rooms in our house. Let's break them in. Maybe I'll bend you over a cardboard box. Wouldn't that be fun? It's like we're on the cast of Friends. I'm Joey. You're Chandler.
Together we're gay.
Yeah. Shane, tell the people at home where they can find more great news about Shane Torres.
You can find me at nathanlund.com for all your Nathan needs.
The nathanlund.com directs to Trump's website. It used to go to the Westboro Baptist Church. One of the chubby people, one of our fans, made a website for Lund because he's like, I want a website, and then he did nothing with it, of course, because he's mentally ill. So now it just goes to like donate to Trump.com.
That's so brutal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
ShaneIsAcomedian.com.
Yes.
Shane Torres on all the platforms.
Great special on YouTube.
Thank you. Blue Eyed Mexican, produced
Yep.
by Burt Kreischer.
Yep.
And
you have to say that contractually every time.
I do.
Right? Yeah.
Burt and Leanne Kreischer. I say it contractually.
Yes.
And then I also have working on a new pod, so that'll be out soon. And I got a couple other things going. So.
And I'll say this. A lot of comedy does not move the needle for me, but Shane's an excellent comedian. So he's on the road all the time. I would advocate for you to attend one of his live shows because he's so fucking good in the room.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, man.
I appreciate that.
Well, bro, we see a lot of bad shit, and I'm always stoked when you're around.
It's always like, I will say on one of the tours we did together.
Yeah.
One of the fully loaded. I don't think we were on the same leg of fully loaded.
We did the Kreischer.
Yeah, we
bus
did the
tour.
regular tour,
Yeah,
but I was
yeah,
on the fully loaded tour, and a comic came up to me and goes, "You might be the only one I watched this weekend." and I go, "Oh," and I was like, I was very flattered,
Yeah.
you know. And then
that was Dave Attell.
Yeah, it wasn't, but that would have been. He watches a lot of people.
Yeah,
he did watch my set though.
Really?
Yeah. He was like, Leanne texted me. He goes, Attell was dying laughing during her set, and I was like,
it's huge.
Okay. Did I tell you about what he did to me one time?
No.
I was closing at the cellar, and he goes, "Do you want to switch?"
Yeah.
Because typically, you know, he closes, and I go, "No, I'll try." I was like, I wanted to follow him, you know,
Right.
and see if I could. Just 20 minutes. Like it sounded like a guitar solo the whole time, and everybody was just losing their fucking minds.
He's the greatest club comic ever.
Ever.
Yeah.
Ever. And then he gets off stage and he goes, "Sorry, I went a little long." And he shook my hand. He goes, "Normally, I'd never do that to another white."
Just the greatest.
Yeah,
The greatest guy.
yeah, I love him, man.
Go to the Patreon, patreon.com/Chubby Behemoth. Join that, please. And then come see me in Amsterdam August 3rd and Rome August 17th. Lund will be on the shows in Rome. Wilmington, North Carolina.
Nice.
Houston. SamTallent.com. Thank you, guys. Goodbye.
Peace. What's the name of that steakhouse?